for young quarterbacks that don't have a ton of experience, the first thing you have to look for is the speed of the game affecting their play. Okay. And it looks like that's the case with Arch. It looks like that's the case with Arch. Even with his games that he was able to start and play in early last year, it didn't really translate to him being comfortable. I do think facing a defense as difficult to face as Ohio State in week one did not do him a lot of good, but he's clearly not comfortable. So here's what I see. When young quarterbacks, when the speed of the game around him, you can tell is almost too fast, or they're not comfortable. They do one of two things. They either speed themselves up so fast where they're ahead of the timing of the offense, or they're so slow that they're behind the timing of the offense. You see, there's an old equation that Bill Walsh used to talk about. Timing plus spacing equals completions. And then timing plus ball placement equals yards after the catch. They lived by that, those San Francisco 49ers teams back with Joe Montana and then later with Steve Walsh and all those West Coast teams, as that system kind of filtrated throughout the National Football League. All of those teams, the timing of the offense is held in the quarterback's feet. Well, Steve Sarkisian is an offshoot of that offense. This offense, and its timing more specifically, is held in the feet of the quarterback. Okay? So if the quarterback is rushing, that's no good. If he's behind, that's no good. It has to marry up. It's like a puzzle. Again, timing plus spacing. So there's the timing of the quarterback plus the spacing of the route concept from the wide receivers, the picture that they provide the quarterback. Those two add up to completions. And if one of them is off, if the wide receivers are not providing the picture or the quarterback is not on the right timing, you don't get completions. So how in the world do you throw 10 straight incompletions against UTEP? Something's going wrong in the equation. Something is. I personally believe after watching Arch, he is too fast right now. He is pressing and he is ahead of the offense. That's the way it looks. Maybe not on every single play, but certainly on several plays. So here's what I see. I see that Arch gets back there and he has time to throw. And then before the picture can develop, you can tell his eyes are already shifting from the first place he's looking to the second place he's looking. So he's going from 1 to 2 before the picture ever materializes. He's ahead of the timing of the offense. Well, when that happens, typically you lose your balance, you lose your pocket presence, your eyes go down because you're anticipating that the clock is moving too fast. So your eyes go down, your pocket awareness crumbles, you miss open wide receivers. And when you do let go of the football, you're moving so fast in your own mind, you typically throw those balls short. Why? Because you jump at them. Your front foot gets out just a little bit too high. You jump at the throw and the ball tends to nose down and be short. If you're looking at the bulk of the incompletions for Arch Manning so far, they are underthrown. A couple of them woefully, going back to that game against Ohio State, and then several more in the last couple of games. Even when he's just trying to throw a quick hitter on the outside, it's too far low and away. Everything is trending down and away from the wide receivers. Very few passes from Arch so far this year have been in rhythm, in balance, and in the frame of the wide receiver. That's what's going on right now. He's got to clean up that timing. So what's going on? Can it be fixed? Yes, I do think it can be fixed. He's got to play much better. If it doesn't get fixed, then I'm going to start to wonder, is he 100% healthy? Because the arm angle at times is way too short. But again, your arm can get short if your feet are moving too fast. So I don't want to jump to this conclusion or speculate about his health when I actually think it's more of a timing issue. If you really watch what's going on with their offense, he's ahead of the picture. And because of that, he's jumping at throws. Some of them have been overthrown. Majority of them have been underthrown. At some point, I just have the sense that the timing will click, which is why I think Texas's offense and Arch's struggles more specifically are actually more fixable than what I see at South Carolina or what I see at Florida with DJ Lagway. Again, go listen to Monday's podcast, or what I see with Clemson and Cade Klubnik. Those are harder to fix than just a piece of the equation like the timing. If Arch can get himself in a better rhythm I think the completions will come because you see it. There are a couple of times each game, and typically off of play action, when you can see his feet jump up and they hop up and they are under him in the pocket and he can deliver a strike and it's on the frame. So it's there. It's just not typically there when he's just in drop back or trying to throw the RPO game, which has been so effective for Sark and Texas, in particular under Quinn Ewers. I know a long dissertation to tell you, like, at some point, I do think it's going to click. The timing is going to click, and I think he's going to play a lot better, and he'll throw the football a hell of a lot more accurately than what he's doing right now. If he doesn't, and he starts to be in rhythm and still missing, then I think that we can speculate about what's going on with the health of maybe his shoulder or something like that. But until then, I think it's a timing issue and not a health issue for Arch Manning. Can it be fixed? Yeah, I do think it can be fixed. And sometimes with young guys, all it takes is like a series where you're like, I get it. Okay, now I get the rhythm. Now I understand that my drop and the rhythm of my drop and the rhythm of my feet are paramount to the quality of my play. And once he understands that, I think that they'll take off. So Texas fixable. Okay.